What was that like for you to come back for the 30th, not playing for a long time? And what was the vibe like?
Truly, it felt like 2 weeks had went by. And my girl and I drove over the bridge and with my buddy, and we parked the car at the Fillmore and we walked up the back stairs just like any other fucking time. And the only difference was everybody screaming at me. And I didn't know what to expect. I was very excited about it, but I was also really trying to keep it low, man. I wasn't going in any kind of this at all. I didn't know what to expect really. I was just really excited about being a part of it. And I had my chops up, dude. I never let them go down. And walk in with my buddy and my wife there, and everybody's just reacting. And I saw, Cliff's dad, Ray, was there, and Torben, they're sitting there. And a lot of people just from the past, and such a warm thing right away. And people saw me from the floor and started, giving me the sign and screaming out my name and stuff. And it was such an incredible thing came over me. Once again, the adrenaline starts to flow. And by the time I got up there, I still had the same attitude. I still did the same thing. The reason I say it felt like 2 weeks, because all the same people are around, the same wardrobe girls, the same core crew, and that thing. So I walk into one of the rooms, I make a space for myself, I put out my thing, I do my stretches, I put on my vocal warm up. All just like fucking 2 weeks ago, man. Get back going, and the attitude that always is, and no matter arrogance or I don't give a fuck, but if I'm playing, I don't give a fuck who else is playing. Like I respect Rob Halford and I love King Diamond and all them cats and all that, but if I'm getting ready for my show and I'm going on that stage, no matter who was there before or after, it doesn't matter. Especially when I'm playing with those guys. It's the way it goes, man. And that's how I felt. I felt all that power come back over me like that.
It was unreal. I stood in the corner, and I got to tell you, before I interviewed you today, I rewatched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I got choked up. And that second when you walked on stage, and just now, right now, it hit me, some goosebumps. I get choked up because I'm like, there it is, man. That's it. That's the thing right there.
It is.
And the audience immediately goes crazy. Yeah. And you cannot fucking deny what you're seeing and hearing and feeling right there.
Right. So all of us, no matter what it is we do, we want to think or feel or be assured, even perhaps reassured maybe, that we did something right, that we did, maybe even more importantly, the thing that we put all the sacrifice and all the commitment to, that we did it right. We conducted ourselves correctly. We did it right. That answer came, whoa, there we go. That answer came to me the first 4 seconds that I came onto the stage that night. Been a long time. I've been away for 10 years or whatever. And people screamed me back. And it just happened to be that, I was already entertaining, getting Flotsam back together, original band. I was auditioning people to maybe play a metal band again, kind of on the cusp. Am I going to do this? I don't fucking know. And I go back and they're screaming me back into it. And that, so it was 6 weeks later or so, 7, got together with a Flotsam original band, the Doomsday band. And I went to Phoenix and we played 2 different weekends in Phoenix. The Doomsday album in its entirety. And that talk about busting through to remember shit. You were talking about Justice. Talk busting through to remember that whole album, dude. Some gray matter there. That's serious. So we did it. Felt good, sounded good and everything, but just the dynamics and things and what had transpired for people and transpired for me at a different pace and whatever, it just wasn't going to work. So then that led me to April that year, getting together with Jesus Mendez Jr. and Jesse Farnsworth, who became the trio, the Newsted heavy metal music trio. And then we added Mike Newshock later and made the EP and the LP and did a tour and all that kind of thing. So my answer to your question is that the 30th anniversary with Metallica, those 4 nights or whatever, with you in the corner, convinced me to come back to metal. They convinced me to get a band back. They convinced me to form Newsted. They convinced me to write the songs, front the band, go out and sing and tour 24 countries again. You know, that's what happened at the 30th anniversary. That's what happened that night. So what you felt in the corner, I felt from that stage a millionfold